Sports coverage of the NBA playoffs leads us to Game 4 of this year's NBA Finals. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the back-to-back defending NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. Hi, everyone. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Warriors coming in. They lead this finals 3 games tonight, and the big win in Game 3 means they can win it all here tonight on the road in Game 4.
And the big thing right here is to not think about getting it back to your place. You want to win this game right here and right now. Don't extend this series any further.
Curry, his first effort off the mark. To Harden. Draymond Green, snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Deep left corner. Green to Curry. Down to Zaza. Joel Embiid rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Had a chance, but it's no good. To Harden. James Harden missed his first. That one goes. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Curry to Bradley. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Steph lets loose. He's looking for that touch. Now it's Harden at the controls. To Danny Green. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Joel Embiid at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. To Curry. Here comes the screen. Curry. To Green. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in, so it's time to get going.
Green to the basket, but the shot won't go. Draymond Green tips it. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Green to Wiggins. Danny Green sends it away.
Sent a message in that one, Ed.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Green to Curry. The drive right to the basket. Curry to Green. Danny Green with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Harris to Harden. Fires the 3 with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
To Wiggins. Here comes the screen. Green with the interception. Great defensive play. to Danny Green. 4-3. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the three.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
And finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
It's Curry controlling the offense. Here's a chance from long range. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
The NBA Finals 2022 games and highlights will be coming up next on the Inspiriverse Network channel.
Trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Warriors have the basketball. Draymond Green, 3 for 4. Good start.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Danny Green has it against the former #1 pick. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Over to the right side. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
It didn't hurt him this time, but defensively, you got to prevent him from even catching the ball to begin with.
Draymond Green sends it away. The pass taken away. Beyond the arc for three. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Joel Embiid. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. You need to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Bradley to Thompson. Joel Embiid swats it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Has a look. Pulls up for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Wiggins. Down to Zaza. Flushes it home. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
He made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Nothing going here on that drive. Harden against the former Cougar. Going to launch beyond the arc. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Another shot won't go either. Bradley to Green. To Bradley. Trying to cash in, and he hits. To Tobias Harris. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Draymond Green. Looking good. 4 for 5.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Sixers call for time as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game. Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Thompson. Tough shot. He hits.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Thompson had made his first couple, but he misses there. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Has a chance, can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Green. Here comes the screen. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
A couple of cracks at the line now.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Curry has it. To Thompson. Oh, he had him there for a second. Yes, Klay Thompson. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
On the shot clock for Philadelphia. Harden. That's
The NBA Finals 2022 Game 4 matchup is now live streaming on the Inspiriverse Network channel.
Crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Iguodala to bring it up. Trailing by 4. Curry with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And finishes strong. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
It's good. And one.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Tobias Harris at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter.
C3 Golden State Warriors, C4 Philadelphia 76ers.
Nothing going here on that drive. Green. To Curry. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Short jumper stays out.
And he usually makes a living on shots like that. But sometimes, maybe it's just not your night.
Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Danny blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Curry buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Curling inside, and a rim rocker. Joel Embiid. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
To Curry. Steph Curry. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ballgame.
The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. We're 1 quarter down in Game 4, and we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. On to the second quarter. Neither team sees control in the first. Some interesting things, though, certainly on display.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
To Green. Here comes the screen. Draymond Green will go to the line to shoot 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Draymond Green. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Curry to bring it up. Down 2. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
And throws it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Steph Curry. He's 3 for 7. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and effort.
Oh, he had it. From the painted area, won't go down. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. So he hits the first, misses the second. Deep right corner. Green to Curry. Fires the 3 and step. He can make that shot with his eyes closed. Wide open, knocks down the 3. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Embiid. Taken by the Sixers.
When it's a tight game, those missed opportunities on the road make it tough.
Possession lies with Golden State. DeAndre Jordan, huge block. DeAndre Jordan with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Bradley. And finishes. Draymond takes it out on the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Add 2 points to the board.
And like we've seen so many times, this is what you have to worry about with the Warriors. When they get on a run like this, they can put the game to bed in a hurry.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Andrew Wiggins snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Curry to Green. Nothing going here on that drive.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. And he throws it down. Power play by DeAndre Jordan.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Green. And he buries it.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Nice finish at the rim.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Curry to Bradley. Green. Short jumper off the mark to Tobias Harris. Count it.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
It's Steph at the controls. Short jumper won't fall.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
To Curry. Bradley. Draymond Green. Against Harden. Screen coming. Green to Wiggins. And the finish. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
To Jordan. Knocked loose. It was right there. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Steph Curry. Harden's on him. To Green. Curry buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Warriors basketball. To Bradley. Wiggins. Down for Curry. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Danny Green to Tobias Harris. Draymond Green rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Curry into the front court. 2-point advantage. For three. Sixers with the rebound. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's no good. Shots not going down. Looking to push. Wiggins to Bradley. Danny Green tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Fires the three. He buries it.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Green to Curry. Down low, Green. Scores from the post.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Green to Bradley. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Green. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Tobias Harris sends it away. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Substitution being made in this one. Danny Green to Tobias Harris. 4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. Bradley. He got a piece.
Ooh, he blocked that with authority.
Here's a chance from long range. Hits the three-pointer.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Curry. DeAndre Jordan with a piece. It's James Harden once again. Beyond the arc for three. Tough shot. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Tobias Harris. Runner's good there.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Bradley. Won't go. Harden with it up top. Up 6. Short jumper misses. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Oh, he got there.
That's great hustle getting back on D.
Harris to Harden. Going to launch beyond the arc. Textbook defense. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Lets it fly from long range, cleans it up. Short jumper off the mark. Danny Green goes to the left side from long range. Man, that was a tough shot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Curry with the ball. Driving right to the basket. Shot from in close, no good. Deep 3 at the buzzer. We've reached halftime here in Game 4. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The 76ers will start the second half with a narrow lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scores. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Warriors have kept it close after one half. And without question, they can put themselves in a position to win this game if they continue to rack up the assists. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Steals.
Some very aggressive defense has allowed both teams to rack up a lot of steals. Ball security will be the key in the upcoming half, especially for the weakest dribblers. You know who you are.
Player of the half.
Tobias Harris most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing. These are the top plays from the opening half. The 76ers are in a close game thus far. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Warriors are keeping things competitive after 2 quarters. And even though they don't have the lead, they're doing a great job of moving the ball around. They might find themselves on the winning end of the scoreboard if they can keep it up. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Steals.
We're seeing a lot of steals in this game, and it's not been one-sided. Each of the teams in this matchup have been aggressive on defense and getting some positive results.
Player of the half.
Tobias Harris really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
The 76ers are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number 3. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Sixers have the basketball. Embiid. Sizing up the beat. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation to Harden. Fires the 3. Smothering D.
When you have Cole shooting like this in the second half, you have to find other ways to score than just relying on the three-point shot. Maybe try turning that corner off that PNR and getting to the rack.
Steph Curry. Harden's on him. Spins and scores.
Curry, obviously the greatest shooter we've ever seen. Yeah, I said it. But he's so good at driving and using his body to shield off the contact.
Driving his green, but he can't finish.
When I hear these excuses after games, when coaches are at podium saying, it's hard for us to find our energy back, we couldn't find our aggression back, I wonder whose fault that is, Coach.
Sixers control it to Danny Green. For 3, it's good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
And body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Tobias Harris with a chance at a 4-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Got it. Thompson to bring it into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Deep left corner. Curry to Thompson. Has a look. Now a shot by Thompson, no good.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to get great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
To Thompson. Knocked loose. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Warriors. Embiid to Tobias goes to the right side. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. Thompson to bring it into the front court. 14-point deficit. That's no good. Harris. Fires the three. Not that time. He missed it. The follow won't go either.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts. At least make it seem like the ball slipped.
Got it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Shot from the lane won't go. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Down a dozen. Curry. Joel Embiid sends it away. Ooh, 5 now.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Harden. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Thompson to Curry. Almost unlucky bounce. Harden in possession. Lead is 12. To Danny Green. 4-3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
Tobias Harris swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Screen coming. Curry to Thompson. Not that time. To Tobias Harris. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
We're watching the clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Steph Curry matched up with Harden. To Green. Tobias Harris able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Cruises inside for 2.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Green to Bradley. Sixers have it. Tobias Harris above the rim.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
It's Steph for 2. Not that time. Embiid to Harden. No, I missed a short one there. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Green to Wiggins. Stephen Curry with a look. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Bad pass there. Warriors have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Beyond the arc for three. No good. That's great defense.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Green to Wiggins. Finish that. To Harden. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Off the mark. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Warriors have the basketball. Green to Curry. The rebound belongs to the 76ers. To Tobias Harris. Draymond Green pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Wiggins. Knocked loose. Green to Wiggins. And look out. Big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Count the bucket for two.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Golden State basketball. Take stock of the floor. Here comes the screen. Knocks it down off the step back.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Embiid to Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Danny Green to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
When cold shooting like this starts in the second half, maybe utilize a head fake. Get that defender in the air, jump into him, create some contact, get to the free throw line.
Green to Bradley. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Here comes the screen. Green. Slam dunk.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. The Sixers with 4 to shoot from long range. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the 3.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Bradley. To Green. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. To Green. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. To Harden. Fires the 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Bradley. It's Harden to pull down the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
That'll do it. Third quarter complete. And the 76ers have to be feeling good. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on either end of the floor.
Remember that old line, your attitude determines your altitude? Well, when you see dejected faces on the sideline, that poor body language gave you an impression that they had no chance to win this game.
Few do it as well. Klay Thompson, hand in his face, strokes the three.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Gets a look, can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Oh, a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Can the offense just run some clock here? I've seen enough.
Bradley. Down low Thompson. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
For three, and he hits.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Green. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Sixers able to clear the rebound. To Tobias Harris. Fires the three. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Count the basket inside.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? 4-3. Drains it.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. To Tobias Harris. Big finish at the rim. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Here's Curry with it up top. Down a bundle. Green. And a throwdown.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Wide open look won't go. Millsap. Millsap. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Sixers have the basketball. Probing the defense. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
You live by the 3, you die by the 3. And guess what? They're living large right now.
To Green. Not going down for him this time. And the denial.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys down big. Can't connect from inside. Beyond the arc for 3 and knocks it down.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Thompson to Green. Going to launch beyond the arc. That no good off the mark. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Paul Millsap. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Curry. Not that time. He misses. To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Thompson to Green. Nothing going here on that drive. And count the basket inside.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw's good as they continue to widen their lead. Thompson to bring it into the front court. He'll run the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Cleared out by Embiid. To Danny Green. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Sixers control it. Oh, stolen by the Warriors. Green to Curry. Thompson. Fires the three. Missed it. Curry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. To Danny Green. Shot from the lane won't go. Green to Thompson. Nothing going here on that drive. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
A simple touch foul.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. For three, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Steph Curry, Harden's on him. Nothing going here on that drive. Screen coming. 2-point shot for Curry. Rebound taken by the Sixers. To Danny Green. Draymond Green. Huge block. Harden.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Another follow. Still no good. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Danny Green to Tobias Harris. And the basket good at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade the black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Harden into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Harden, not easy.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Curry to Wiggins. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Fires the three. Danny Green can't get down to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Has a chance. And the rebound grabbed by the Warriors. He'll let one fly from half court. It's good! It's good! At the buzzer from beyond half court. Incredible! The Sixers are victorious. They've won their 18th NBA title, the most of any franchise, and their first since 2008. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers added a win with today's solid victory. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Warriors put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
Tobias Harris could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.